All right, hey, this is Sean, and I'm going to give a quick 3 to 5 minute pitch on Onesta. So this is a team that won our April 2023 Lisbon event, and the problem that they're attacking is the mental health crisis in universities. And they basically believe the answer here, because there's just like rampant depression and teen suicide and anxiety and all kinds of things. But they believe the answer, or that the crux of the problem, is that students don't seek therapy because either they can't afford it or there's just a stigma against professional therapy when you're a student. So their answer to this is really interesting. They are proposing to build this peer-to-peer talk buddy system that will pair students up, students who are encountering hard times, with fellow students who have like a psych degree or a master's or some elevated level of understanding in psychology, who can, basically be a sounding board and help them talk through their situation, and then either refer them to professional therapy if it's needed, or maybe they just have some other idea for them. And sometimes you just need to talk. So this is the idea. I figured I'd just demo because we actually have a working application. I'm about to decommission it just because we're not getting usage, and I think it needs a pivot. So I'm going to first show you what we have, then I'm going to show you what the proposed pivot here is, and I believe will be the solution, and then you can decide if it's something you want to take over. So here's how it works. This is basically a two-sided marketplace. It's a site that, again, that's designed to pair people up. And so let's look at it first from the perspective of a student who has like a psych degree who wants to volunteer to be a talk buddy. And the reason you might want to do this is, you just need experience, you need to build your resume, maybe you get credit for your certification, or maybe you just want to volunteer just to do a good deed. So you come in here, and basically all you need to do is specify your availability. So let's say I'm available this Friday at 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So my time slots are saved, so I log out. And now if I come back here as a student suffering, who needs to talk, then I create an account, log in, this is my profile, and I can say, okay, find me a talk buddy. And I can go see who's in the directory, and let's say for whatever reason you decide to book a session with me, you can see when I'm available. And yeah, let's see, Friday, I want to do the 4 o'clock slot, and confirm. And now both of us have gotten an email. It creates the Zoom link and it facilitates that session. So that's how it currently works. Oh, let me log out. Now I want to show you, for various reasons, I think there's flaws with this. And I believe the reason that there hasn't been traction is it's tough to ask all the volunteers to maintain their availability week to week. I think that's just a really tall order. And I also think that it's just, we have the capability to do a lot more now. So let me show you what I have in mind here. Ooh. Okay, start from the beginning here. And whoops. So this is the system that I had proposed, and the pivot I think that needs to be made here. So this would be the new site. The new site, the homepage would just basically be like a chat window saying, how are you doing today? And so people seeking help would come in here and they'd say, well, maybe I'm not doing so great. And then proceed to basically have a chat with this bot. And so this would be something that would be powered by, ChatGPT or Llama or one of these LLMs. And it's going to essentially perform the role of an intake assistant, like someone that you might talk to if you called into like a suicide hotline or whatever. Obviously, there being some caveats. When it's an immediate danger, then obviously we would have to suggest that you need to call a hotline. But on an average thing, you're just having a hard day, you're depressed, your anxiety, your girlfriend broke up with you, whatever it is. If you're just having a chat, you have this chat here. My cousin passed away recently. Okay, tell me more. Blah blah blah. It collects this whole thing, and now it says, give us 3 times when you're available. And so you specify your availability, hit the little calendar thing, and then confirm. And it says this last step where it says, okay, this is the data that we are going to send to our available talk specialists. You need to just accept the terms, make sure that you're okay, that we're sharing your data, et cetera, request a call, and now you're done. So now from the Talk Buddy side of it, they're going to get an email. So everyone that's subscribed to this, who's volunteered, will get an email, and they'll be able to review. And if we want to put some logic in there, we can have the LLM actually categorize those requests based on what it knows from that chat, and then what it knows of the people who have volunteered. If there's certain specialties, maybe someone is a specialist on like marriage counseling or something, right? So then it can handle the routing of that accordingly. But let's just say it fans it out to everyone. So you are signed up as a volunteer, so you get this email, you get to review it, it'll log you into the system, take you to their profile, let you read that chat exchange, and then it'll ask you like, okay, which of these times are you available for? If none, then you're just not going to book any of them. But if you happen to be available and you're like, yep, I can help this person, confirm, it now books it for both of you. And then that last step is it'll give you that instant, like, add this to your Google Calendar or whatever, right? So that's the interaction I believe that needs to take place, and the pivot that I think we should make in this situation. So where does this stand now? So currently this project is essentially orphaned. It's the team, great team, but life got in the way and they don't have time. They're done with school, and so now they're on to jobs and whatnot. And there's just really this needs a new owner. So you'll see that in our project library, if it has this Adopt Me icon, that means it's up for adoption. If this cause resonates with you, if you have experience with LLMs, or if you know someone technical, this really requires a developer at this point to wire this up and make this happen. So it's written in Bubble currently, can be ported to anything, but that's kind of the general idea. If this resonates and you want to take this on as a project, you can apply to adopt it. Just click here, and there's just two questions. Basically, tell us about your plan to take it forward. I think it's 300 character minimum, and then tell us about your motivation. And then we'll take the first person that seems qualified to take this over and move it forward. Okay? So if you have any questions, I recommend you can jump in the Discord server, or you can leave a comment here in the discussion. You can also see the context if you want to see, like, the history of what's been discussed, some articles that we've linked to, the links. You can go in and see like the Trello board of what's been worked on thus far and what the plan was. So all this stuff is there. If you want to get involved, please reach out to us and let us know. Okay, talk to you soon.